There have been a couple of people asking how many cars I have or what I have right now. And so that's what I'm going to do today. It's a little warm out. It's 28 degrees versus the 14 it's been recently. And I'm going to go ahead and do this in no particular order. I'm going to start with the Celica. This is a 1975 Toyota Celica. I got this guy in New Jersey. Went over there, bought it for $2,500 and drove it 4 hours back to Corning, New York. A lot of Bondo. This is all fiberglass and Bondo. And I mean, I used this for quite a while. I was able to drive this around, and this was my daily for a little bit. Yeah. I'm not gonna get into it right now. Here is the second car in my house. This is a 1985 Toyota Corolla GTS. This thing I bought in Rochester, New York for $2,700. It was completely taken apart. The only thing that was in it, really, was the drivetrain. No steering wheel, the seats weren't installed, the carpet wasn't installed, the trim wasn't installed, the wiring was not there at all, blower motor, all that stuff, it was out. The dash was out. Next here on the list doesn't really count because I really bought it for somebody else, but it's technically mine because my name's on the title. This is a 2002 Nissan Sentra. Yeah, and there's not much else to say about it. I will be using this to drive to my other cars. You may or may not remember that's where the Miata was in a couple of my other videos. 2001 BMW M3. So this I bought for $10,500 in Rochester. And if you see, the door is a slightly different shade, it's missing trim. Well, with that truck, I was parked right where that Sentra was parked. My dad backed straight into the driver's side door, crushing the fender a little. I popped it out as much as I could. That's the story with that. It's missing a bumper because I took it off. Not the best shape M3 I've ever seen, but it gets the job done. I really enjoy it. And here is my 98 M3. This thing, everybody knows, is the vehicle I used to tow the Miata back from New Jersey. And not only that, it's made tons of trips everywhere. I've driven it to Princeton, to Canada. It's gone all over the place. Pretty much the main reason why it's sitting right now. I just haven't gone around to fixing it up. That nobody cares about. This is a CM400T, which one of my buddies left it at another friend's house. It was kind of just sitting there, and I asked about it and he just gave it to me. So, and here, everybody knows what this is too. It's the 1990 Miata that's covered behind the warehouse. I'm really not gonna take the time to take this off. Everybody's seen this thing. This is supposed to be more of a quick video, just kind of glance over what I've got. What is this? It's another 1985 Toyota Corolla GTS. This guy I bought from West Virginia for $850 from a junkyard. And originally it spent its life in New York, but somehow it found its way down to Virginia and, you know, made its way back up to New York after I bought it. This is how I got the black Corolla back together, because I was able to use this as reference, so that was nice. It runs. I mean, I drove it down here from West Virginia. I drove this thing back, it misfired a ton. It was only running on 3 cylinders, it overheated twice, and it lost all of its oil once. That has 203,000 miles on it. And here is a 1986 Ninja 250. And the key is on my key ring, which I left in the car, so I'm not even gonna bother showing that one. Decided to grab it anyway. I like this body style. They only made it for 2 years, and it's pretty rare. It's pretty difficult to find. We've got my storage unit. Ooh, it's kind of hard to see. This is a 1985 Toyota MR2. Of course, another 4AGE. The main reason I bought this car was because it came with 2 extra 4AGE blocks and heads on top of all this other stuff. Unfortunately, I don't really have too much of a use for the MR2 because it's just a 2-seater, limited storage space, and I've got limited space to store it. This, after I get it fixed up and running, I'm probably gonna have to get rid of it just because I've got a lack of storage space for it. Might be an 86 MR2, but yeah. Either way, it's an AW11. This is a 94. Why is it? Yep, that's what it is. Took the carbs off about 2 years ago and I just never put them back on. All right, and it's dark now. I had to drive half an hour to get to this last car, which is a 1984 Toyota van. This one, I'm doing a little work to right now, and it's going pretty slow because I'm lazy, but it's coming along. Yeah, so this one I bought in Binghamton for $1,300, and the night of, I immediately went to deliver pizzas in it. And then that same night, I was pulled over and got this thing impounded, so it cost me an extra $300 to get this out of the impound, plus a ticket. That is pretty much it. I've got 9 cars total and 3 motorcycles. It was just a quick little video, and it's not meant to be anything special. Hey buddy, you wanna go inside? Those were all the cars I have right now at this moment in January of 2020. I'm probably gonna go through and do a small, brief description video on each of those cars. If anybody wants to see one before another, then I don't know, just let me know. If not, then I'll just kind of throw one together whenever I have the time. I might wait till the snow clears before I do any of that stuff. Hey, whatever. That's it.